So welcome to this breathwork practice series. This first video is an explanatory video where I'm going to be showing you how to sit for your practice. And I know that that sounds kind of obvious, that we all know how to sit. But when we're moving into more conscious breathing or meditation practices, it's really good just to prepare the body in a specific way, right? The body is this vessel, it's a container that's going to be receiving the breath in a certain way. So we want to prepare the inner spaces. We want to make sure that the spine can sit upright, that it's not slouching, and we want to be comfortable. Because as we all know, when we sit to meditate or when we sit to do a breathwork practice, oftentimes there's many different distractions, one of those being the discomfort that we feel in the body. So as best as we can, we want to create comfortable conditions for the body to be able to sit for an extended period of time, and also so that it doesn't start complaining and distracting us, right? So I'm going to give you a few different options with the equipment that I've got. And if you don't have any of this equipment at home, then just find a replacement. So all the things I'm showing you, like a bolster, like yoga blocks, just find something that looks similar at home and use that instead. All right? So I'm going to start with the bolster because this is probably my most preferred way of sitting for meditation or for a breathwork practice. It's nice because it's nice and wide, so it can really accommodate the whole of the pelvis. You're going to come and sit right in the center, take the flesh of the buttocks out to the side, and see that you're not leaning forwards or leaning backwards. The other great thing about the bolster is that you've got space either side, so you can press your fingertips down, lift up through the spine, and really get that feeling of elevation coming through the spine. So we don't really want to be hunched at all or collapsed in the posture. We want to lift up, create space, the shoulders roll back, the neck is long. So we want to create all these conditions, right? The hands can rest on your thighs, or you can turn the palms upwards. If that feels okay for your wrists, for your arms, then you're very welcome to do that. The arms just hang down from the shoulders, so they're not moving backwards, they're not extended forwards like this. The upper arm is literally just hanging down from the shoulders. All right, so palms facing up or palms facing down. Okay, that's the first option. The other thing to pay attention to is what's happening in the knees, in the thighs. So my legs are currently resting on the inner rim of my foot, on the inside edge of my foot. If the knees are really high up and you feel like there's kind of tension here in the hips, or you feel like you're rocking backwards, then you can grab a folded blanket and just wedge it in, one in on each side. And that's going to create a little bit more stability for you, okay? Especially if the knees are high up in the air. The second option for our seated posture, I should also mention as well, is that you're very welcome to take your back to the wall, right? You can shimmy this back, the cushion or the bolster, shimmy it right back, and you can rest your back against the wall, rolling the shoulders back. So really see that the whole of the spine is there. That's also absolutely fine. The only thing you really need to pay attention to is that you don't start slumping down into the wall, right? You still want to keep a kind of fragment of attention and of lift and elevation coming through the spine. Well, I understand that for many of us, if we're working at a desk all day, we don't necessarily have time for a yoga practice or any kind of conscious movement practice. Our spine can feel at the beginning, it can feel quite weak. It can feel like after a few moments it starts complaining and getting tired. So if that's the case, don't force it, don't strain it, take your back to the wall, and slowly you'll gain more strength and resilience, okay? So another option, if you don't have a bolster, is you're going to grab your yoga blocks, all right? So some of you may have these at home, and you can create a little kind of a tower like this with 2 or 3 of them. And again, you can come into a seated posture like this, just on your yoga blocks. If it's not comfortable for you to sit with your knees crossed like this, with your legs crossed, but you don't need to sit on a chair necessarily, then you can come into Virasana. So Virasana, I'm going to show you from the side, is a pose where we come onto our knees, right? And then we're rolling the flesh of the calf muscle out to the side, and we sit down between our feet. So you're going to extend the tops of the feet back, resting your hands on your thighs. The back is lifted up, the chest is open and elevated. And this is another way that you can sit for meditation or sit for the breathwork practices. Okay, especially if you find it difficult to cross the legs, this is another option. One thing to be careful of here is any tension on the knees. If you're feeling a twinge, if you're feeling any kind of discomfort on the knees, then come and sit a little bit higher. You can build this tower up with books as well, folded blankets, right? And then finally, if you don't have any of this equipment at home, just use blankets. Just come and sit on a couple of folded blankets. Even if you know you can come to the floor, even if you are very flexible and an advanced yoga practitioner, what I would say is just come and sit on a little bit of height. It's very beneficial to the spine. It's softer on the tailbone and the sitting bones, and you're going to be comfortable for a longer period of time. You're not going to have to work so hard on keeping the spine upright and straight. So here I'm just sitting on 2 folded blankets. My legs are crossed, they're resting on the feet, shoulders are rolled back. And again, you have the option of turning the palms up or hands down. And just really breathing deeply into this whole upper top chest area. Taking a few moments here before you begin any practice, just to settle and ground and center yourself. If none of these postures work for you, and if you need more support, come to a chair, right? There's no need to force, there's no need to battle with these postures, to force your body into shapes that it's just not possible of making in this moment in time. Come and sit on a chair, see that your feet are flat on the floor, and see that your butt is shifted right back so that your spine is fully supported by the backrest of the chair. Right? You don't want your buttocks to be forwards on the chair and then your back slumping back into the backrest. You want to shift your whole body backwards. So from the sacrum all the way up the spine, the back is supported. And you're going to be sitting like that for the next practices, which you'll see in the following videos. The seated practices you can do on the chair exactly as I've just explained. Okay? So if at any time you can just come back to this video, have a look, remind yourself of the different options, the different seated options. Maybe you've just had a recent knee operation and you need to shift it up, you need to find a solution. So try out these different postures, different equipment, and just feel into what's right for your body right now. Okay? Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the practices.